What's up, guys? Mike the Cop. Today we're going to talk about trying to arrest a Karen. And what is a Karen, you say? Well, a Karen is someone that's identifiable as the kind of person in the non-police world that definitely wants to talk to your manager. But in the police world, people you deal with, man, they really go the extra mile. But these worlds collide very often between police and non-police when it comes to Karens, and I love pointing them out and talking about them. I've done that. Karen cusses at the cops. We followed up with Karen files a complaint. We talked about someone named Stephanie actually being a new Karen. Recently, I talked about a Karen on a plane who actually, I really truly wonder if that's the Karen from the first video in New Jersey. They look a lot alike. Someone named Valkyrie, who runs my Discord, you can check that link out in the description, sent me the new Karen, a new traffic stop trying to arrest a Karen. So we're going to break this down today. And as a guide, back from our early Karen days when we did it on a live stream, a subscriber had submitted to me the Karen infinity chart. So we're going to use that as reference and put it to the test today. We had said there are multiple stages to being a Karen, and so he took the words of our video that we did on Karen cusses at the cops and created the stages of Karen. So we're going to just walk through and see, does this actually hold up? Is this a viable scientific way to approach and understand dealing with Karens? And again, Karen with a C, right? Because Karen with a K, that's kind of a normal person, but Karen with a C, that's when you know you've really stepped up the level and gone full Karen. So let's take a look at this video of an officer dealing with a Karen in Las Cruces, New Mexico, I believe. So I'm just going to break it down and give you we're going to follow the stages and see if it holds up. All right, listening in. Now the first 15 seconds are completely silent, obviously. Body cams or mics sometimes don't turn on right away, but the first stage is introducing yourself as a Karen, include emotion if possible, and announce your race if it's different. In this case, looks like we might be on the same page race-wise, but we're going to assume stage one has happened. She's already sort of introduced herself on some level, but she's definitely including emotion.
Driver's license, registration, and insurance, please. Speed limit is 40.
So she's
driver's license,
already moved to stage two. She says she's going.
Driver's license, registration, insurance, please, ma'am.
How hard is it? Just give it to
Driver's
him.
license, registration, insurance, please.
Stage two, inform them that you know someone of a higher power.
Driver's license,
So she's going to call the chief,
Step out of the vehicle.
and then she's also going to call. She's also going to call the sergeant.
Step out of the vehicle. Step out
So
of the vehicle.
she's already moved to stage two.
That's why I asked.
You didn't ask me anything.
Yes,
You opened the door.
I had asked you. You know what? You're gonna start lying to me.
Lying to you about what?
I'm asking. I'm either gonna call or the.
Yeah,
sergeant.
stage two. She's
That is
deep in
fine.
there.
Okay, step out of the vehicle.
How am I to get my driver's license?
Step out of the vehicle,
You
ma'am.
do not let me get it.
Step out of the vehicle, please. Come over here. Go over here. On the sidewalk. Step out of the vehicle. Step on the sidewalk, please. And have a seat.
Oh,
What is your name?
most Karens love to give their names, but she's not doing
Ma'am,
that.
what is your name?
Now, stage three is
Ma'am,
to
I'm not
present
gonna ask you
credentials
multiple times.
if they're applicable.
What is
So I
your
think
name?
we need to adapt stage
What's that?
three. She doesn't have any actual credentials like a badge or an ID or something like that. So I think we need to change stage three to if applicable. But she did say that she knows what she can and can't do. So she's sort of a blend of stage 3 and 4, because stage 4, if you were an attorney, now would be a great time to announce
Put
that.
the phone down.
So it does not matter if you have a degree or practice law in any way. But so we're talking about the opportunity to. Oh, we're moving on. Oh, dude, guys, we are jumping into stage 6 quickly here. I have to pause the video. Okay. yeah, she's escalating quickly, and I didn't even get a chance yet to cover this. So stage 3 and 4, presenting credentials. She's kind of asserting that she's trying to get her information together here, her driver's license and all that stuff. But she's definitely trying to assert legal knowledge dominance on him and present herself as someone who should not be bothered. So to me, stage 3 and stage 4 are implied here because while she doesn't have true credentials, she's implying that not only does she know somebody, but she's going to be able to accomplish this and is going to tell him how to do his job. So to me, stage 3 and 4 are met. Revert to stage 1 before continuing to stage 6. So stage 1, introduce yourself, include emotion. Now she's taking an interesting position on here because she's refusing to give her name at this point. So she has reverted back to some type of passive-aggressive emotion. I'm going to let this stand and say that she did go back to stage 1 before she's moving up to pure desperation and realizing the conflict has not been solved. So let's continue.
Stop it! Ow!
Jeez.
All
All from a traffic stop. Will she move to stage 7 here, resort to intimidation tactics?
I have my rights!
Yes, ma'am, you do.
It's kind of a stage 4 issue.
Nobody's disagreeing with that.
She's realized something is setting in here, but she's resorting to intimidation tactics. I know my rights. I think we might have to wait a little bit to see a stage 8 movement here.
You start fine 55 for use of force, please. What's that?
She's going to.
That's
So
fine.
she is going to be
Everything has been
contacting
recorded,
her
ma'am.
attorney.
I've been everything.
This is a clear stage 7.
Cordial to you.
No head
Decide
cock
to
because
not
her face
cooperate.
is on the concrete, of course.
You wouldn't let me
So
get my
stage
driver's
7,
license. I
resorting
told
to
you I needed
intimidation.
get
I'm gonna contact
my
my
driver's
attorney.
license. And
You've
it's
got
in
it coming,
fact,
buddy.
I said excuse me.
Stand up, please.
I said excuse me.
Okay,
Now
all
she's
three.
going to
You need
move
give me your
into
name.
stage 8
I said
because
no.
she's going to shame him. He should have he should have given her much more time to get her license than what he did. So she's trying to shame him into feeling bad that it's escalated to this point because all he needed to do was let her get her license on her own timeline, even if that was never. I meant she knows her rights. She's in the right. I can't tell what she's saying. She's talking to the female officer that showed up.
Roll you over, okay? I need my phone. Okay, we're gonna roll you over.
She needs her phone, huh? Looks like she needs to sit up.
All right, can you stand up?
I should pause real quick to just because are we dealing with a Karen here? I mean, we've got a haircut, check. I mean, it's up, tied tightly. It's got to be a short or some type of pseudo short haircut that a Karen has. So that's a check. We have outfit that probably is only appreciated by other Karens. Check. Attitude. Check. Man, this is all adding up. Continuing on.
Thanks for letting me get my driver's license.
More shame. Trying to insinuate shame.
You have a serious problem with authority for whatever reason.
No, I don't. I had
Stop.
said
Just
excuse
walk.
me.
That doesn't make it okay.
I had said excuse me. I need to get my driver's license. That's exactly what I said.
We got to look for the stage 9, insulting the individual.
You couldn't even move, or when I had stated that.
Key searcher.
You should have. You could have
So
moved or
what's
should have
that
moved.
say?
What does
It
what
didn't
say?
need to go to force. And you know that.
You know
Yes, it
that.
did.
That was
Well, that's
wrong.
a Karen
No, it
face.
I was
You don't know
That
how
was
to,
wrong.
Hey, you don't know how to listen? That's what happens. Okay?
You
Have a
weren't
seat.
listening.
Have a seat.
There's a fine
down.
line between insulting and shaming here. So I think this is.
Put your feet in.
Do we count that, guys? What do you think?
A
Put that in
sergeant
the
is coming
comments
here.
below.
Put your feet in.
Is this a stage 9 thing here?
Exactly from the beginning.
Final effort with
Okay.
intimidation tactics.
And it's all recorded.
Head weaving. She's moved on to the final stage, which is a final effort at intimidating. She wants a sergeant. She demands a sergeant there. So, boom. right on to stage 10. I mean, it's all there. All right, we're going to fast forward into when he calls basically the medics on scene to make sure that since force was used, he's contacted a sergeant to come out to deal with this because this is going to be a thing, right? He knows it's all recorded, all that. So he's going to bring someone out to check on her. So we're going to fast forward to the part of the video where the fire department guys show up and they're going to check her out to make sure that she doesn't need any further attention before they get her on her way.
Not with me. Not so much, huh? No. Probably. Everybody likes the fire department. Should be unlocked. No. Hey, there you go. Hi. Caren?
Oh, guys, her name is actually Caren. You can't make this up. Her name is actually Caren. What? Oh, okay. So the rest of this little video, I'll put it down in the corner that's going on, is basically they decide to issue her the citation. So with misdemeanor violations, depending on where you're at, you can write citations for a summons to appear in court versus having to go in custody to jail to be processed. So that's what they're doing. Basically, the traffic violation, the resisting and obstructing, all those charges were put onto a citation rather than taking her to jail. So the sergeant obviously made a decision like, listen, we're not taking this lady to lock up. Write her the tickets, let her go, whatever. He promised her that he would. The video is like 15 minutes long. I'm not going to show the whole thing. So he promises her that he's going to review the body cam footage and all that. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do we have all of the stages of Caren? We need to adapt this. We need to adapt this model because I think it's pretty much holding true. We may need a few tweaks, but for the most part, if we assume stage 3 as optional and we figure out, did stage 9 have any backhand? I think there was some backhanded sort of like insults, insinuations. I'm going to let it stand and say like we really did go through the stages of Caren on this one. Love to hear your responses to this debacle on here in the comments. Guys, subscribe to the channel. Like the video, tell other people about it. More content to come. I appreciate all of you. Also, shout out to Carmen, who made the stages of Caren, the infinity loop of Caren. So, Carmen, thank you for sending it to me, and I'm sorry that it took me so long to actually apply it. I can't believe that this is an actual Caren, not just someone we're calling Caren. Anyway, good day.